Hello, my warriors. Welcome to the Let's Talk About It show, Thursday. Today, we are talking about sister wives. Okay? So let's go back and start from the beginning. The first time I ever saw sister wives, I'm going to spell the name because I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. Because make sure I'm pronouncing it right. I believe it's Kody, which is Kody. Last name is Brown. And that's so weird because I have family that's brown. And trust me, we ain't going to go there. But he had 4 wives and 18 children. So I'm looking at, first of all, how can this man satisfy 4 women with 18 kids? Okay, so that means he did some busy. Now, to my knowledge, I think I remember they did not live together. Okay. And I watched it here and there, so I really don't know too much. I know they was moving from state to state, it seemed like. But the last part that I saw, they had all moved to, I think, the same state. I said the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it right now. I don't know if it was Arizona or Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is in Arizona. Ugh, Phoenix is in Arizona, so I'm not sure exactly where it was. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And disclosure, I am just speaking on what I heard on YouTube as well as what I saw on television, the TLC show. Now, starting with Kody, like I said, the part that I saw is when they had moved. It had to be within the last year I saw this, if I'm not mistaken. And he wanted to come up with a plan where it's one big house because they all moved in separate houses. Because I know somebody's family had this place and she refurbished it and she had to ask all the wives, because she would have the money to do that with. That's my house and I got some bread. I don't need to ask nobody nothing. Okay? Another woman. They always say it only can be one queen in a castle. One queen. Okay. So what ended up, the part that I saw was how he made a blueprint, or somebody made a blueprint where all the houses was one. But it's kind of cool the way they made it. Now that would be something that if you wanted families to stay together, because I remember it was another family, but trust me, they only had one wife, one husband. I cannot remember that show. I love that show. I know it was, I think he had 3 boys and a girl, and it was mama and papa, and then their husbands or wives live. And I know the daughter's husband was a doctor or something in that perspective. So that was a good show. I'm okay with that show. I'm cool with it. But I can't remember it. But it was something similar where it's going to be one house. Like you might, okay, this part right here may be the living room, kitchen, dining room. I'm not sure, but it was like they all connect. So I guess each house, which should have been 4 houses because he had 4 wives, one, two, three, four. Those wives would have had their own space, and then I guess they connect in the middle. But that was the last I saw of that. So that's what brings this show to let me say, So then, as time progressed, I see an Afro-American man and woman. And the man's name was Dimitri, last name Snowden, Snowden. And her name, which is the woman, was Ashley. Now, when I first saw this, like when it first came on with them, you can tell I watched TLC, a lot of stuff on TLC. Um, when it first came on, I thought that Ashley and Dimitri was husband and wife. That's the way it seemed in the beginning. I never knew that they wasn't married. The only time that I realized that they was not married was when Vanessa came to the show. That's when I was like, what? And then to my knowledge, they didn't really get married with Vanessa. It was just like, okay, let's say this. I love Yandy Harris and Mendiza. I think that's his name, Harris. I love them. But everybody saw how they had the wedding. It's just that she didn't turn in the marriage papers. I don't know what they're doing now. I know she loved her man and her man loved her and she loved her kids. Step, real, whatever you want to call them. She loved them. So let's get that part correct. I don't want nobody having Yandy come for me because I ain't got nothing but love for her. That's it. That's my girl. They had the ceremony, right? And then when it's time to turn in those papers, apparently she never turned them in. So by her not turning them in, it makes it not 100% legal. So I'm thinking that they, which is the Snowdens, did what they call a marriage, but they just didn't use the marriage paperwork. So whoever is okay with doing what they did it. Okay. So that's where it comes from. Now, we go back to Kody. I mean, to me, when I hear about, I mean, I know it's a lot back in the Bible days, and I can't point them all out 100%, and that's something I really need to study. But having 4 wives in 2021 time, I don't see how that's possible. We have women out here who are jealous of their men. Let me take that back. I'm not going to say jealous. That's not the word I want to use, but that's the meaning that I want to use. A woman who takes care of her man, do all she can for her man, do not want to share her man with another woman. Okay? She do not want to do it. The average woman. So I'm looking at what's going through these women's mind to go and share their man with another woman. You know what I'm saying? I look at how Ashley said Vanessa had to do the 21-day cleanse. Okay, I'm coming into y'all world, but I eat meat. Y'all straight vegetarian. Okay, sometimes it's not that easy to make your body do that. Because I used to go to camp meeting, junior camp, in Hawthorne, Florida, at the Seventh-day Adventist Southeastern Conference campground. Okay. Oh, that's it. That bump. I used to go there, and during that time, you can't eat nothing but vegetarian food. Now the catch is that's if you getting food from the cafeteria. There's a little juke joint. That's what I'm gonna call a juke joint. Which let me not call it a juke joint. I'm gonna call it a game room. It's right when you first come in. A lot of people sneak over there to get meat, like hamburgers, ribs, French fries. Trust me, these people can cook their butt off. I know them personally. But people go over there because, trying, unless they go, off the campground to go get something to eat, then they're okay. But they serve nothing but vegetarian food there. So you a meat eater and you just trying to go cold turkey and then go straight into being a vegetarian, it is not easy. It's just like when you're trying to fast. You start off eating raw fruits and vegetables, and then you slide into the cleansing part where a lot of us was drinking nothing but water, or they were doing the lemonade cleanse. I think it's called what is her name? What is her name? What is her name? I can't Beyonce. The Beyonce lemonade cleanse or something like that. I think that's what it's called. So it's hard to go into that. So I'm looking at, you know, a lot of people say, well, are these people doing this for money who come and do these shows? But from what I heard, they didn't get any money. So I'm like this: if I'm assigned the dotted line to anyone to do a show, and you gonna pay me personally. It's not I'm gonna get money from him. You are gonna pay me personally, or else I'm not doing it. Period. Point blank. So I don't know what happened in that perspective. But going back to Vanessa with Ashley doing this cleanse, I just think that was ridiculous, because I don't know, did she make it through or what? But apparently she must have did, because I remember one part in the show, it was time for her to be sexual with Dimitri. Now, when we go back, all these other people, I had stopped watching it, because I just thought, in my personal opinion, I didn't like it. Because I'm looking at, I'm not going to share my man with nobody. Sorry, Charlie. No, 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 no. Not going to do. How would men like these days for us to say, okay, husband, why not have brother husbands? Meaning that I'm the only woman here and I got two men here. They would think that's going to be none but a threesome. That's all that's going to go in a husband's mind. A husband is not going to share his woman with another man. But he is okay with sharing his, sharing himself with another woman. So when you see in relationships, you always see two women and one man. You do not see two men and one woman. You don't see that. I mean, if you do, it is so rare, people don't even think about it. So I'm just looking at, I personally could not do it. Me, Mz.TreZena, no. Capital H to the no. Like they say, H to the no, 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 no. So no, I would not do that. So then they come back and they say how this man would have rough intercourse or rough love making, or we'll use the word blowjob, rough blowjob to the point you're gagging, you're choking. Come on. Why would you even let me tell you, it only take one time for me. You do something that hurts me, I can't do it. I'm a person that can't sit there and stick around with somebody who's literally hurting me. I thought it was the little dog thing. I was like, what in the world is moving over there? My little dog thing, they know I'm going to be back here, but y'all don't need to see all that. That's not your business. Anyway, so I just could never understand this show. And now it's making so many sense. I didn't even know Dimitri had went through. Right now, I can count. I know Vanessa was one. When it first came on, there was a young lady that he was trying to get with, but he ended up making love to her because he did not come home when he went on a date. They went to the hotel, and he came back and told Ashley. So she asked that girl out from the jump street. Then I learned about Vanessa. Okay. Then after Vanessa, I don't know the other. I think it's Taylor and Chrissy. I might be missing one. The one star, I don't know. The Adrian, I don't know. I didn't see any of that. But like I said, I only know about Vanessa. To me, it sounds crazy. You have all of these children that is wondering what's going on, and then they say he want them to walk around the house naked. That's, to me, that means you are a sex nympho. Because, okay, if it's one woman walking around butt naked for her husband, then that's cool. But you got two women and you got kids. So these kids are, okay, we're not in states, or no, we're not in countries where we walk around booty butt naked. We're not in those countries. We're in a country where you need to put some clothes on. So I don't understand where their minds was when, I know when they filmed, you didn't see that. So all of this was apparently happened while they wasn't filming. And then some of this brutality, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know if I'm saying the right word, so correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to say brutality. I know what it means, but I don't want to say that. I want to say abuse. All of this abuse, I never knew this man was doing. From what I'm seeing on TV, I do watch John Yorks. I think it's Yates, and he was so emotional when the girl Adrian was telling the story. I felt bad for him and her, because I'm like, to let a man, let me tell you something. I always told a man, I'm telling you what I say. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, but I always told a man, you got one time to hit me. And when you're behind go to bed, you better pray that bed you can get out of, because it's kind of got you blocked in. And we're going to leave it like that. Because I'm not a woman that's going to let a man abuse me. I'm not going to let a man abuse me. Hell no. Sorry. I'm not going to do it. Because if he do it once, he'll do it twice, he'll do it 3 times, and then the next thing you know, I'm watching you, or should I say me, if I did let him, you watching me on Fatal Attraction. No. That's one thing I will not do. But my thing is, everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs. But for me, I am one that can never participate in sister wives. I can't even participate in husband, what they call brother husbands. I can't do that either, even though that's something I just came up with. But I can't do it because, it says, the two are together, let no man put asunder. So, do I fully know what that means? I have to research it. But I know it means let no man separate them. Let no man, you got a bond here. It's closed. Let no man open it. Let no man, what they call it, heartbroken. Let no man pull these two apart. Now, sometimes stuff happen when they are pulled apart because maybe that's not the person I was really supposed to marry, or that's not the person I was really supposed to be with. But the whole point is, you have to make sure that you and that person really want to be together, really need to be together, for its need of love and bond and everything. But when you have this type of society out here, it's like this man is cheating and the wives are accepting it because he's going from house to house. So I think there was only 3 women in Demetrius' house at one time. I think, I could be wrong, but I'm just looking at, so it makes me wonder, okay, was Ashley being sexually abused So by having the other two women in there, he can abuse them some and lay off of her. That's what my heart says. And I'm like, if I could tell Ashley something, I would tell her, what you in, you need to get out of, because if that person is abusing you in any kind of way, or any other person, why be there? It's not worth it. Now, our topic for today, it was housewives, and the main topic was Dimitri Snowden. Yes, we did talk about Kody because he was how it started. Now, from what I saw with Kody, I didn't see any abuse. I didn't see any hate. Well, a little bit of hate, but I didn't see anything where he was hurting them. That's what I didn't see. So I'll, say okay to him. Whatever he do, that's his preference. But when there's abuse, and we are already Afro Americans, come on, we looking bad. It shouldn't be abuse, and no, um, what they call it. I can't even think of the name. I was going to say, let's say culture, because that's the only word I can think of right now. It shouldn't be no abuse. I don't care if the things say yellow, black, and white. We are precious in His sight. No matter what color you is, it should never be an abuse in that relationship. So I know I was all over the place, but I just wanted to tell you what I felt about this whole thing when it comes down to wives, or even if they come up with a show, brother husbands. Okay? No. I don't think they'll ever do that, because a woman ain't gonna play that. I mean, a man ain't gonna play that. So, if you enjoyed this little talk time with Mz.TreZena, Let's Talk About the Show, give it a big thumbs up. If you are not a warrior yet, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification button to be notified of all videos, along with share this video. Let them know what your girl is doing. So, I want to thank everybody for watching. Later.